Good morning, YouTube. So today we're going to be installing a BD Diesel's boost fuller on our 2003 Ford F-350. Okay, so for you guys that don't know what a boost fuller does, it goes into the map sensor and it changes its resistance with this little cable that we're going to install, and it allows the computer to think that the truck's not building over amounts of boost. How you're going to trick your truck into building more boost than it traditionally would do is you pull off the vacuum hose on the wastegate, and by doing so it doesn't shut the boost down and allows you to build more boost. You want to keep in mind that your EGTs and all this kind of stuff may fluctuate, so it's something that you want to keep, you don't want to stay too hard on. You want to keep an eye on your transmission temperatures, your engine temperatures, water temperatures, oil, everything like that. So this is going to change some of the safety parts of the ECU, but this will keep you from pulling an engine code when you overboost due to your tune. So to disconnect the battery, you want to pull off the negative side. It's an 8mm deep well socket. Now slide it on, left to loosen. So when you got it loose, pull it off and tuck it down in front of the battery. Passenger side battery, do the same thing. Disconnect the negative battery post, the negative battery cable. Slide it down behind the battery so it doesn't accidentally hit the battery post and reconnect itself. Okay, so we're looking back at the wastegate on my truck, and you can see there is no vacuum line that is hooked up to my wastegate currently. The person that owned this truck before, they had already taken off the vacuum line that went to the wastegate, and it was causing my turbo to overboost and give me a check engine light. So what you would do is you would go back here to where the wastegate is, you pull the vacuum hose off, and then you would follow that vacuum hose back to the front of the intake. So that vacuum line would come in somewhere along in here and split off into a Y somewhere in this vicinity, and all you would do is take that vacuum line off and cap it with a vacuum port cap. But what I've done is I've taken the red vacuum line that used to go back to the wastegate, and I've taken the Y out of it and just reconnected it using the factory connections. It's a little bit cleaner way to do it. Okay, so looking at the map sensor on the passenger side of the truck, you'll want to locate the green wire with a black tracer. With the map sensor wire located, the green wire with a black tracer, I'm going to go upstream a little bit here and locate the wire inside this wire loom. You can see that this wire loom is coming directly from the map sensor. You want to find the exact same color wire, so it's going to be a light green with a black tracer. Okay, so with the wire located, you want to pull the cap off of the boost fuller, and you do so by loosening it up, turning it counterclockwise, and then you'll see that this cap has a indentation cut into it, and what this does is you slide the green cable through there, the green wire through the indentation, okay, so I don't know if you can see the cap is slid, the wire is slid through the cap. Then you'll take the red portion of the boost fuller, and then you will just thread it onto the cap. I like to take this and then turn the wire counterclockwise a few turns, because we're going to be turning it clockwise to tighten it up, and by preloading the wire allows it not to get as tangled when we go to thread it back together. So line it up and then tighten it down. So what this does is the BD Diesel boost fuller has a spike inside of it, and that spike is pushing itself into the cable and making a electronic connection. The nice thing about this is that there are no cut wires or anything like that, so you can always go back. If you don't want the modification anymore, you can go back with minimal effort. Okay, so with that done, we'll try and push the loom back around as best we can. Okay, so with the green wire located, you'll look over here to the left of that map sensor and you'll find a ground strap that's already installed on the truck. It has an 8mm bolt, and you'll go in and loosen this bolt up. And you'll take this bolt all the way out. Okay, so with the bolt out, you'll pull out the ground strap, and as you see, mine's a little dirty. What I'm going to do is take a Scotch-Brite pad and clean it off. I recommend doing both sides. Okay, that cleaned off, you'll take the boost fuller and you will run the factory bolt through the boost fuller and then into the ground strap, and then install the bolt back into its original hole. So to reconnect the battery cables, get your 8mm deep well socket, slide the battery cable back onto the battery, give it a tap, and tighten down. So for the driver's side battery, do the same thing. Take the battery cable, slide it back onto the post, tap it down a few times to make sure it's got good connection, and then tighten up the 8mm bolt. Now the job is done, and you should not get any more check engine lights. Okay, so that's going to conclude our BD Diesel Boost Fuller install on my 2003 Ford F350 with a 7.3 liter turbo diesel. What this is going to do again is it's going to allow me to turn my custom tune knob all the way up to its 6th position, and I'm not going to have to worry about check engine lights, the computer trying to compensate for the tune. So if you like today's content, please like and subscribe, and as always, go out and make life epic.